Comic Army, my name is Chris the Comic Vet. Hope this live stream finds you safe and well. If you're catching us on the rewind, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. So tonight's the big night. We're going to be doing the Comic Army box giveaway via duck race. Always seems to be successful. I've got all the names into the race right now. If you happen to join the Comic Army, join the channel membership during this live stream before we do the duck race, I will happily add you to said duck race. And then you get to enjoy some of the benefits of being a channel member. And let's talk about the giveaway right now, actually, because it's now loaded since last we met. First one that we're going to show is probably one of the more desired books that came out today. It is that semi-foil of Star Wars Dark Droids, issue number 1. As you can see, R2 is kind of foiled out there. And apparently there's some foil that's on the back cover as well. We'll put that there. My man Scotty Vaughn, I know that he was pretty proud of this particular cover. This one is also now in the Comic Army box. She-Hulk number 15. That is just gorgeous. That's just gorgeous. It's kind of tough to give up some of these ones, considering it's not in my PC. Another gorgeous foil that came out today was Omega Man. Is it? Yeah, 3. By mistake, almost said 2. Omega Man 3, the first appearance of Lobo. So yeah, this nice. What's the proper word? We don't want to. Let's just call it what it is. It's just a sexy reprint that's now all foiled out of its mind. And so yeah, the foiled out version of that, Venom 23, featuring Black Widow as a symbiote. A book that's still garnering some attention on the secondary market. It's the foiled out version of Hulk 181. The first full appearance of Wolverine. I don't want to get into the semantics of that. But this is donated by a friend of the channel, Retro Rocket Comics. This is Exciting Comics issue 36, featuring Dominion Jack on the front. A little bit of Canadian content there for you. A book that's still on the forefront of almost all comic, or I should say pulp culture's mind, is Void Rivals issue number 1. This is the first printing. A book that I'm proud to have in my PC and proud to give away is Aggressively Relaxing's first issue of Suck It Up, Old Man. And if Aggressively Relaxing, who is a channel member, wins this, I will pull this back because he doesn't need another copy, and I'll put it in next month's box as well, but he'll get everything else. And I'll put something in there to even it up if AR wins. This is Spawn 309, autographed by Ken Lashley. I had Ken sign this for me in Montreal just a couple weeks ago. Ken is the interior artist for this particular issue of Spawn. This gorgeous cover of Void Rivals number 1, the second printing, featuring Jetfire, a Robotech ripoff, on the front cover. The return of Erica Slaughter and Something is Killing the Children. This gorgeous Jenny Frison variant. It wouldn't be my channel if I didn't throw in something from Walmart. But we're not going to go like something cheap from Walmart. This is a DC pack from Walmart featuring 4 issues of DC Comics. If you win this, I hope that you create a Walmart video opening this particular pack. I'm curious to know what's inside of here. And yeah, so this is the Walmart variant, by the way, of Superman Son of Kal-El. You'll know that because the trade dress is actually in red, not blue. And the sexiest, what I feel might be the sexiest prize of all, is Earth 1 Volume 1 of Wonder Woman, signed by artist Yannick Paquette, also signed in Montreal at the Montreal Comic-Con just a couple weeks ago. So yeah, this collected edition of Earth 1 Volume 1 from Grant Morrison and Yannick Paquette, featuring Wonder Woman, one of my favorite comics. As if you are someone that watches my channel, you'll know that I always try to pick up the Wonder Woman book that's released. So yeah, that's the Comic Army box. The The duck race will be fired up a little bit later. And like I said, I have it all queued up in the background, and we'll get into that. So there's lots of time. If you're not a member of the channel, if you want to consider joining it and get an opportunity to do that, by all means. But with that said, in a couple weeks, it'll be my 3rd year anniversary on YouTube. And on that particular night, I will be going live again, where I'm going to be giving away a bunch of books like how I normally do for big events like that. And I'll be getting into what the prizes are in a future video, probably later this week or very early next week, to spotlight some of those books I'm going to be giving away. However, I'll spotlight right now one prize that's actually 2 books, and that is this exclusive Predator #1 and the Virgin variant to go with it. So Predator, who's been in the news for a while since that exceptional film was done early last year. I believe this is a Bjorn Berens cover. If it's not, please forgive me. But this is an exclusive, and the Virgin variant. This will be given away at some point that night when it's my 3rd year anniversary for YouTube, which is, I think, around the 18th of August. So make sure you check out that night. It'll be a subscriber giveaway. If you're a channel member, every channel member that wins a pack, or wins a prize that night will also get a DC pack from Walmart put on top of it as an extra thank you for being a channel member. So, for example, who's the channel member that's speaking right now? I see Actual Dracula is speaking. If Adrian were to win this, I would throw in a DC pack on top of it. So, food for thought. Keep that in the back of your mind. I would appreciate it. But that's enough stalling right now, as Taylor would say. Chris, you're just stalling. Let's bring up who I got backstage. And speaking of Taylor, it's TW.
Oh, I can wake up now?
Yes. And Scotty Vaughn.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on, my man? So let's say hello to the chat.
Hi,
As first, I'm sure on both of your channels as well when you go live. It's Los Crucius, 1971, my man. Happy New Comic Book Day. And it's the, now normal celebratory message of being first as well. The master of the shop for comics, my man. Happy New Comic Book Day. Thanks for swinging by. Los Cruces saying hello from New Mexico. Well, hello from Ontario. Trev the shipping guru, my man. Or sometimes I like to think Trev the football guru, as Trev won the Comic Book Community Football Fantasy League last year with just dominance. Like, I did pretty well, and then Trev's just like out of the way Canadian and just steamrolled his way to the championship.
That's good. And Canadians should not win that.
I did well though.
Yeah.
Paul, Sector 2815. Make sure you check out Sector 2815 later on tonight for Guess That Key. And it's Wednesdays. It's not Tuesdays or Thursdays. I know I normally mess it up, but it's always later on New Comic Book Day. Paul, my man, thanks for swinging by. And friend of the channel.
Paul, you should switch that to a more convenient night, like Monday. Just saying.
Monday is a full night.
Monday's
packed. Yeah, Monday is a full night. Like, I know that Scotty, you go, Izzy goes. Like,
yeah, but I'm not doing anything, so that's what really matters.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't care about what you all people are up to.
Yeah. Thanks for straightening that out, though. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Friend of the channel, Chris from Retro Rocket Comics, my LCS, which is located about 75 kilometers or 55 miles due west.
I don't have the Rob power to put a rocket in your mouth. So.
Oh, okay. Let me see what I can do here. That's right. I'm used to. There we go, to make everyone happy.
Go.
Here's Retro Rocket Comics. Like I said, my LCS, and I will be throwing in a Retro Rocket sticker.
Hi, Mark.
Into the prize pack tonight that will be given away. And the chat just jumped. There we are. Channel member C Bizzle, catching and slouching with C Bizzle. C Bizzle, my man. That's okay. That's okay. Well, I'm glad that you're here, tuned in. Your name is officially assigned to a duck. Make sure you stick around, check that out. This prize pack could be going out your way.
Then all the YouTube ladies will love you even more if you win, C Bizzle. He's got stalkers going on. It's kind of, I mean, it amuses me, but probably not him, but still.
Oh, He's a handsome fellow, though.
He is, and they let him know that every 2 seconds in the chat.
Yep. Welcome to the club. Comics Addicts is in the house. Actual Dracula channel member and someone who's won Comic Army box.
Yeah, because he's Canadian. It's all rigged.
Yeah, it's true. It's really rigged. Yeah, those ducks. I got them all set up the way I want.
They're Canadian geese.
E-Man, who also has a duck. Happy new comic book day. Void Rivals. I need to get more of that. He probably has the largest and probably most coolest Void Rivals collection so far in the comic community. And there's only been 2 issues, but my man went to town in San Diego. And again,
2023's Turok #1. I mean, I'm calling it here. That's a bad spec book.
Would we call that one Turok #1? It didn't go crazy with the variant. Yeah, it did. I don't know. Like, what would qualify as Turok #1 for this year so far?
I'm putting Void Rivals as it because like it had all this weird hype for like not a first appearance, not other than like the 2 aliens that are sitting alone, lonely, and sad on the planet. But like,
I don't know.
I thought it was good.
I liked it, but it's I know it's a decent read. It's Kirkman. It's not awful, but like the weird spec love it's getting for like a reappearance of Jetfire. Oh, spoilers. It's like, okay.
But I think Transformers right now just seems to be at the forefront of pop culture again.
Yeah,
I get it. But if you're going to spec on that,
people are just ready to read Transformers again.
Yeah. Just wait for Dan Warren Johnson or get the Bill Sienkiewicz cover of #1.
To have good writers attached, I feel like that was fuel on the fire.
Yeah. And there seems to be more love for Transformers right now than there has been since the COVID bubble began a few years ago.
Absolutely.
Well, they haven't done shit with the property in years. Part of my language. I mean, honestly. So like, getting DWJ on it is like the biggest new. Like, it's awesome. I will actually read that book, and I don't really give a
best
flying
thing they could have ever done.
Yep, and the fact it's now gone back to an independent too. Like it was with IDW, but it just didn't seem to get that much love on IDW. But now that it's gone to Image, and then the Skybound brand right there, and that they're going to world build and tie that.
I just want to know which body
got the right
DWJ is going to kill in the first issue, and then the rest of the series will be dealing with the sadness of that. That'll be great.
Yeah. So thanks for ruining it for me, man.
Yeah, no problem. That's what I do. I'm a ruiner.
Void Rivals is pretty good. Yeah, I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, it's not a bad read. I was just arguing the spec value of it. It's like
yeah, that part I get, but again, E-Man's cleaned up though. He got that blank cover done by John Romita Jr. and a handful of other good artists. When he said to me how much it cost to get John Romita to do a quick sketch and sign, I was just mouth to the floor. I'm like, God.
That's awesome. It's also especially because like John Romita had no idea what the hell he was drawing, so it makes it even better.
It looked good though.
It did. Oh yeah, like
it actually looked better than half the Spider-Man covers he's done this
JR's like Daredevil run, all blocky figures and like weirdness like you were doing back then.
Can I introduce you to his Spider-Man run right now?
No.
The real James, really, my man. James, hope that you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see. Lots of love for showing the books. That Virgin is pretty cool. Let's see. Who said you people? I hope I didn't say you people.
You people in the chat, calm the hell down.
Mark from Legion of Comics. Happy new comic book day. I got to catch his release recently of his slab collection, and it's been pretty impressive. I thought he showed most of his sexy slabs on his couple appearances on Only Slabs and the former show that it was. But man, either his collection has grown or he kept a few fire books back. Probably a little bit of both. But check out Legion of Comics right now. Yeah, he's been putting out some excellent content. Let's see. I think we all need more Turok #1. There's more than enough to go around.
Yeah.
Every
bin you search.
Well, and the thing is, like, honestly, like if you were to reboot Turok with a good writer, I'd read it.
Oh, absolutely.
I would check it out.
Turok has been around for
any of those Valiant properties. Maybe done well.
Right,
it's just no one's doing it, and like you know.
Turok is a character that's 70 years old. They could even borrow from old stores if they want that way. As long as they put those gorgeous painted covers from back in the day on these ones, watch what happens. Kenneth awesome. Bird, my man, appreciate you stopping by.
The bird is the word.
If someone only had that one. Yeah. E is saying that he personally likes how there's going to be another reboot so we can start from the beginning. Yep, and that's just it. A lot of people don't necessarily know what happened over the first 20 issues of the Marvel run back from the early to mid 80s. You know, that whole thing where Megatron was actually not at the helm of leader of the Decepticons. It was actually Shockwave for a large amount of the books before Megatron got to step back in the forefront. And then the Headmasters tied into it a little bit later on in the volume.
They had that weird Circuit Breaker character that made no sense, and Spider-Man had a weird crossover. And
it's like we said his name enough times.
There we go. Let's get the ladies in the chat.
What's going on?
Got some
you got your books? Okay, let's just finish up with the chat.
Man, how y'all gentlemen doing today?
Good, man. I appreciate you coming on, my man. I appreciate you coming on. Adrian saying now we also had Transformers toys that actually transform on their own. So that's those, like, now the Grimlock has been released to go with the Optimus Prime.
Yeah,
that looks incredible. I just don't
how much are those? They're like $1,500, aren't they?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have a G note to drop because I would get the Prime first. But having Optimus do that little shuffle, that little dance that he does, I'm like, oh, that just looks so.
Either all y'all are definitely living in your mom's basement, or you have much better jobs than I do, or both. But like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Or live in Canada, where you got free healthcare.
There's nothing free about free healthcare. Hello, channel member collecting with yours, Adam, my man. Happy New Comic Book Day is also dropping some of those exclusive emojis. Appreciate you swinging by, my man. Hope you and Lady Durs are doing well. Let's see.
Just call her Taylor.
Yeah, that just docked. Wow. Okay. There's lots of love for Void Rivals going on in the chat still. It seems like E and Mark and now Durs are having an interesting conversation. I'm just going to kind of blow by because I'm trying to keep this channel PG the best that I can.
Probably best.
Mark is saying, by the way, just to touch on his lab collection, an interesting volume, what's going on Legion of Comics YouTube channel right now is that he's only halfway through. Just don't share everything I do. Yep. Manny the Hobgoblin Collector, my man. Happy New Comic Book Day. I prefer Cadillacs and dinosaurs over Turok. Unpopular opinion. So now, what was the car that was in Harbinger? Do you remember?
I mean, it was a convertible. I don't remember what the hell it was.
Right, because like I don't know if that's supposed to be a nod towards the Valiant universe from the early '90s with Archer and Armstrong, Harbinger, and the list goes on. But that Turok from then wasn't that bad. I thought Rye was probably some of the best storytelling coming out of Valiant right then. But I just wasn't necessarily a big fan of the artwork that was inside some of those Valiant books.
No, I do like the Turok #1. Is that Bart Sears doing the cover? I mean, that was a great first issue cover.
Yeah, and it was just overpopulated and underloved.
And Solar Man of the Atom had Barry Windsor Smith doing a lot of the art for a bit, and that was awesome. So.
Yes, that was
Brian?
awesome.
What's up, Brian?
Brian,
what's going on?
Yeah, see, I thought it was a caddy too, Mark. Okay. All right, I see you.
Maybe it was a Chrysler as big as a whale about to set sail.
Easy now. I don't want to lose this live stream to any other potential creator and
rock your lobster, Chris. Just rock it. Rock it like your Rocket Retro Comics rocks their lobster. See, I don't have if I had the power, I'd be.
Where's the logo?
Hot tin roof rusted. I forget. But let's okay. There it is. Retro Rocket Comics, everyone.
There we go.
Friend of the entire YouTube community, friend of my channel, and I was there today. So the one thing I wanted to talk about before we get into our new books is some news came out of the MCU in the last three or 4 days. But before we do that, we're going to talk about the Comic Book Community Awards. Make sure you get your nominations in by, is it Saturday at midnight?
Saturday night.
And make sure
midnight.
you don't actually put the real channel names on, just do shorthand so Brian has to guess what you meant, like I did.
Please do not do that.
If you put vet, I think he'll know who you're talking about, but there's certain ones that might be a little bit more of a guessing game. Like
I thought about
Couching and Suction with C Bizzle.
Efforts,
If you just put abbreviations,
Rob,
you may have a problem with that. But yeah, everyone get your nominations in. And last night I was in a private chat with Brian, and I implore you all not to make the mistake that I did this year. The mistake I did this year was in the first couple days, maybe even the first day, I got my nominations in right away. And then I sat back.
Hate everybody else.
And then I sat back, and then I watched all these cool channels do a live stream where they put in their nominations. And I'm like, God damn it. That's great. And the thing is, I saw 22 Comics do it last year, and I saw like more channels do it this year. So I implore you all, don't do what I did. Do a live stream, and so you have that interaction with people in the chat. I can,
or you can vote privately, like Mother Nature in America intended.
Yeah. Is that what Americans do now? They vote privately. You mean they don't talk about who they voted for?
No, we don't publicly vote privately. It's fuck Donald Trump. No, of course not.
When I submitted my nominations, I put a curtain over my computer and I huddled in.
Okay,
there you go.
These are just nominations. It's not who you're voting for. Again, it's not even my baby. This is just nominations. It's not who you're voting for. That might be a little different. That you may want to keep private. But yeah, everyone, please make sure you get your nominations in. And again, I will be keeping an eye on my favorite category, which is the 0 to 100 subscriber. So basically, I don't want to say best new channel because that is already a different category. But that one I keep a close eye on, so I can, once those nominations are in, I can go back and investigate those channels.
What's up, TM?
But yeah, I see Bonjour Jean Malo, Mr. Malo has joined us, and also TM Nerdy. What's up, my man? I was talking about TM today. TM actually gets his books pulled from Retro Rocket, and then about once a month, Chris from Retro Rocket ships it out to the East Coast of Canada. So TM gets his books, and I asked Chris, cool. I'm like, so are there any Marvel books on his pull list? And he looked at me and said, no, man. It's all DC.
Yeah, he just did an unboxing the other day from Retro, and it was all DC.
It was all DC. Let's see. Shop is saying way behind of New Comic Book Day, but went down and picked up one book. Been hearing good things about the Incredible Hulk, and picked up issue 1 finally. And Daniel, you're not kidding how good it is. Yeah, you're gonna need to pick up issue 2. Mm-hmm. It's good too. Yeah. Yeah, it's right there. And there's a lot of nice variants too that aren't over the top in price when it comes to it either. And shout out to my Only Slabs partner, Rob's Fat Stacks. By the way, everyone, check out 10 Whacking Questions. Just came out yesterday. Features Rob's Fat Stacks. It's a hell of a good time. That whole series has been such good fun, especially Mark's was last week. That I had a good laugh on. And the interesting thing is, Mark went when Lee asked him who should be up next for 10 Whacking Questions. Mark went through the entire laundry list of YouTube creators except for one person, me. And I do a show with the guy.
Holy shit.
Well, I mean, if you watch Rob, you find out that he wants to have a Chris and Mark sandwich.
Yeah, yes. Like Mark or Rob's got these interesting fantasies, but yes. And Joffrey Castro, happy new comic book day. So guys, the question I have for you is, the news that came out of the MCU recently is that Adam Driver has said on the record that he's turned down the role of Mr. Fantastic. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, because, hey, Andrew Garfield said that he's not in the new Spider-Man movie, and he said that for a long time, and it turns out that Toby and Andrew Garfield showed up in Spider-Man. So if this is true, that Adam Driver is not going to be Mr. Fantastic, just quickly around the panel, is there an actor that you can see as Mr. Fantastic? Because let's be honest, as cool as what the X-Men are going to be, with the original lineup of the Avengers now disassembled, the Fantastic Four is going to be an incredibly important portion of the MCU for the foreseeable future. Yep. Who do you see as Mr. Fantastic? And those in the chat, I welcome you to put your name out there as well. TW, what do you think?
I don't give a shit. Here's what matters for that movie, and it's not who's Mr. Fantastic. It's who's Dr. Doom. And I've got a good Dr. Doom candidate, dark horse candidate.
Okay.
Jesse Plemons.
Oh.
He's played a bunch of like weird little villains and stuff. He was on Friday Night Lights back in the day.
Yep.
But he's a really good actor. He can play like a quiet bad guy and kind of like shifty and stuff, and I think he can pull it off. So that's my I mean, sure, Timmy the Elephant. Otherwise, if you're gonna make me pick a Mr. Fantastic, I'll go Chris Pine. But like
that's exactly who I was gonna say.
Pine. Yeah, Pine is right around that proper age. I would say late 30s to be a Mr. Fantastic.
Yep.
Timothy Olyphantastic is also a good candidate. He has done long running television shows, 2 of them. So he could be someone that wouldn't be afraid of signing up for
Mr. Fantastic with a cowboy hat, though.
Yeah, well, what about wearing a Mandalorian helmet, though?
Yeah, all right, fair. But he plays the sheriff and everything. So I mean, it's like,
he's an interesting actor. I could definitely see Fantastic as Mr. Fantastic. So Scott, your nomination, I think has good legs. Chris Pine, I'm presuming that his DC run or DCU run is done now that Gal Gadot.
I can't believe Taylor
Steve Trevor,
the same one.
Oh yeah.
He was Steve Trevor. Brian, what say you?
I mean, I thought John Krasinski did a really good job. I mean, I think I think they probably need to go, and Rob said it in the chat, I think in no names. I think they need to go with like some unknown. That might be a better way to go. Like Driver to me doesn't, like Adam Driver doesn't look like Mr. Fantastic to me.
No.
Yeah.
You know,
I think they dodged a bullet there, personally.
Yeah. So but I do agree. Doom, the villain is just as important.
Yeah, and Doom's going to get introduced whether he's in the Fantastic Four movie at first when he gets introduced or not. We all heard rumors that Doom may actually show up in Wakanda Forever. That didn't happen, as we know. Mm-hmm. But there's rumors that Doom's been cast for a long time. How they managed to keep that under secret, I don't know. But it is what it is. Rob's E is saying, Chris Pine. Rob is saying no big names, in my opinion. Jean is saying Gerard Butler as Dr. Doom. Just remember, when it comes to Doom, this is a villain that's going to be there for a very long time.
Yeah.
This is not going to be like Thanos where he eventually gets killed off. It's not going to be like Kang where he's only going to be in 3 or 4 or 5 different properties. Doom's going to be there for an incredibly long amount of time.
Agreed.
Like he is a leader of his own country, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dope Comics, Happy New Comic Book Day. E-Man is saying bring back Krasinski. Really? I don't know if he wants to come back but I thought he was good enough. I know that was a fan service thing. I thought his Mr. Fantastic was good. I was surprised that they bumped him off first, but then she went and wiped everyone out properly. So it is what it is.
Krasinski's a good actor. I mean, I've been watching the I'm drawing a blank on the Prime series he's in, Jack Ryan.
Yeah.
Spy, and he's been really good in that.
Right. E is saying what I want to see is in the Fantastic Four movie, the Fantastic Four lose and Doom walks away into the sunset.
Yeah, that's the first movie right there.
Bit.
And then you have to have the sequel where they like come back. It's like Rocky. Just do it like Rocky, where Rocky loses in the first movie.
And you know what? And there'll be a lot of love if it is that way. That's why,
that's why like my original fan casting back in the old days was Philip Seymour Hoffman as Doom, and that's why. And I think that Plemons is a younger kind of like sort of.
They both have that similar. The
soft menacing. Yeah, that's what I think. That like the ability to be clever. You need both, and a bit charismatic. You need all those things in Doom. So,
Comic Cap Collectibles, Happy New Comic Book Day for coming. Thanks for stopping by. Chris from Retro Rock is coming saying, Doom has been done to death.
Yeah.
Now, Dr. Doom doesn't have to be the primary villain in the first Fantastic Four movie.
No.
It could be, it could be a representative of Galactus. If they're going to go that route, they don't have to rush Galactus in. It doesn't even have to be the Silver Surfer. Like, there's a few heralds that they could introduce.
Oh yeah.
The thing is that's not really spoken about in pop culture is how large the rogue list is for the Fantastic Four. That's pretty large too.
Huge.
Take it from a guy that read John Byrne's Fantastic Four. Like, they were just pumping out new villains every damn month in the 80s, the way that every other comic was, though. Comic Cap watching for work. I appreciate that, my man. Manny the Hobgoblin Collector. Mr. Fantastic clubbing in the Fantastic Four 2 is still a sight to behold. Yeah. It's kind of up there with Bully Maguire. And so, yeah, this I could get behind. Give me an Eyeless. Hell, give me Mole Man and the Giant Monsters. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily, the first movie doesn't have to be the Fantastic Four versus Doom, but it could be the introduction of Doom if it's not done in a different property. C-Biz, tell me, who do you see as Mr. Fantastic?
Okay, so two things. I agree with two of the people on this panel. I agree with Taylor. My thing is, only thing I care about is how the villain's going to be portrayed. It could be Doom, it could be Annihilus, it could be anything. As long as whenever they bring Galactus, he's not a fart cloud. That's the only thing I care about.
I think that's a guarantee not to happen.
I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I also agree with Brian LCS. Krasinski, he should be playing Mr. Fantastic. He looks the part. He did great in what was that? Doctor Strange 2. So that's why I agree with Brian. But the main thing is the villain. Doom don't have to be the main villain in there, but he has to be mentioned in some way, in some capacity.
Yeah, and yeah, even if it's still Victor at that point and he hasn't become Doctor Doom, he
probably shouldn't become Doctor Doom in the first movie,
right? And that's why I kind of said he doesn't necessarily have to be in the Fantastic Four to be introduced. It could be just, hey, this guy works up with Nick Fury up in Sword, and something happens to him up there to eventually become Doctor Doom.
Well, that's why I wonder what they're going to do. Are they going to go back and do the origin story over again, or are they going to kind of just throw us into it?
Yeah, because it's been played out and witnessing what happened with this Peter Parker, and that Peter didn't get a backstory. He was just Spider-Man when he was introduced, and they did a little bit of, he got bit by a spider, spider's dead, Ned. It could be something like that when it comes to one of the Fantastic Four, if not Doctor Doom himself. But yeah, it's all good candidates, and thank you to the chat. I see Rob said Joseph Gordon-Levitt, again, excellent actor. He's been quiet for a little bit of time.
I thought of that too.
He could be he's now right around that age group where he could be a perfect Reed Richards. Because remember, everyone, Reed Richards is not a young man. It's Johnny that is the young man on that team. When Johnny was introduced, or when the Fantastic Four was introduced, Johnny was going into university, and it was Reed that was already the established scientist. So I hope they follow that part of the backstory of the Fantastic Four, that where it just comes into the age. And if they race swap it out where they have an African American be Reed, like what they did with the last movie where it was an African American that played the Human Torch, I'm fine with that. I don't care what they do, as long as they announce it, because I'm sick and tired of waiting for the Fantastic Four to be announced.
The problem with Reed is he's such an annoyingly stupid character. Like, honestly, like he's just like a know-it-all and not
the smartest stupid character.
Yeah, but that's his gimmick, right? Him and T'Challa are the most intelligent people in 616, and they always go back and forth that way between the two of them. And so, yeah, Reed is the true nerd when it comes to the MCU.
Yeah,
it'll be Ben and Johnny that save that save the screen when they're on it. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And
you need somebody like that can pull off like Ben Grimm. That's more important than Reed Richards. Like you need a
yes, definitely.
Yeah, Rob has two excellent candidates, Cillian Murphy and Vigo, to be Doom. I don't know if Cillian Murphy would want to sign up for something long term because he just did. He was just Scarecrow for those 3 Dark Knight films.
He was also on Peaky Blinders for
ever. But Vigo hasn't really done all that much since the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind a paycheck. But yeah, even Vigo could be an interesting Doctor Doom because he's right around, in my opinion, that right age. And what if Doom cosplay? Come on, Rob. Shout out to my man Morgs. Thanks for joining us, Mad Spidey. Happy New Comic Book Day. All right, let's get into it. Everyone, when we're done our books, we're going to be doing the duck race for the channel member giveaway tonight. I've already spotlighted the books. A lot of foil, a lot of good stuff, and a DC Walmart package thrown in there. But let's take a look at today. So today, in my opinion, is a little bit of a lighter New Comic Book Day. It is the 5th Wednesday of the month, which usually in the summertime means you're going to get a crap ton of annuals. That didn't necessarily happen today, but we always lead with the franchise, and this annual came out today. Amazing Spider-Man annual #1. It shouldn't be #1. Like there was an annual last year for the same damn volume. Brian, back me up. Like, this should not be annual #1.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of that.
Yep. But Hallows Eve is in this, and I know Hallows Eve has actually been getting a little bit of love with her ongoing series.
I flipped through it too. Is it a continuous story, or did it look like there was like a bunch of little stories?
I haven't gone through it, I'll be honest. Okay. The one book that I hope might be the Marvel read of the week, Chris at Retro Rocket Comics said that it was actually really, really good, and that's What If Dark Venom #1, where Ben gets the symbiote. So I've really been enjoying What If ever since they did Chip Zdarsky did the What If about Peter keeping
Spider
the symbiote.
Shadow.
Yeah, Spider Shadow. The art was a little different, but I enjoyed the story, especially with the whole Fantastic Four or Mr. Fantastic and Ben getting the symbiote in the tail end of that. Spoiler, hello.
Great. Yeah.
A book I'm really looking forward to getting to it as well is Dark Droids #1. If they make these droids half as good as the droids that are in Dr. Aphra, it's going to be a great read, I promise. If they just follow that recipe. This is The Last Ronin, last year's issue #5. I picked this up for spec value. We'll see what happens with it. New turtles introduced in this, everyone.
Didn't know that.
Yep. The again, the most affordable read is still Spawn. This is what, 340? Yeah, 344 of Spawn. Again, the Todd McFarlane less Spawn. Todd hasn't done a Spawn book since I think about 315, just after Ken Lashley finished his short run. Rory McConville has been at the helm ever since, and it's been all right. It's been a good read. This will be make or break for me, as I'm sure Taylor's going to say it's make or break for him too. But this is issue 2 of The Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos. I was hoping for a lot more out of issue #1, but we'll see what happens in this one. It's Tynan, so we'll see. Issue 12 of Stephanie Phillips Grimm. I was about to give it up, but it turned it around. It's come back as good as what the first arc was, in my opinion. It might be something you want to pick up, or at least pick up in a trade. It's not bad. It's not bad. And this is a book from last week that Chris put into my pull box afterwards. And, well, you probably know why just by looking at it.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Does the teacup?
That's a gorgeous
cover. Yes. As you all know, I am a friend to Jenny Frizen on this channel, and I usually pick up her stuff. I believe Jenny had a ratio for a new independent that came out, and it just wasn't there. There was maybe Grant Morrison, I think, did a new indie today, or there was a bigger name, or Rick Remender, pardon me, did a new indie today, and I believe that she may have a ratio or maybe an exclusive variant for that, but there was no like DC or other Jenny Frizen cover or Arthur Adams. So let's go back and just take a quick look at the chat. Let's see. In all reality, Feige needs to slow his roll, bring back quality over quantity, and cut loose projects like Echo. I think we're going to see a lot of stuff. And by the way, everyone, today, in case you weren't aware, that the writers and the studio sat down for the first time since May today to have a conversation about the strike that's going on. So fingers crossed that some people get to go back to work, and then the whole the Actors Guild, they worked that out with the SAG too, because there's a lot of people out of work, and let's be honest, the whole pop culture genre when it comes to filming is worldwide. It's not just localized in Hollywood. I know that Georgia gets a lot of work, Vancouver, Toronto does as well, and then Europe. And I know that the MCU is one of those studios that films all around the world. Let's see. Shop is saying introduced a negative zone as well. Other than Doom, there should be a C-list villain along with Doom playing out his plan. That's not a bad idea.
Like the Frightful Four.
Finesse Lord, happy new comic book day. That's your new nickname. That's a dope. Okay. Staff send, stop by. I think I may send in 1 or 2 books for the CGC Frizen signing. Yep, it's got, I believe the deadline's coming up. I know they just expanded the deadline to Neil Gaiman. Hello, Taylor. So all those Sandman fans can get their book sent to Neil Gaiman to get signed. But yeah, Frizen, I was actually surprised. I thought it was a little bit more expensive than what I thought. I think it's like $130 for one book, and I thought that was a little bit more expensive than I thought. But hey, it just speaks to her popularity and to the way inflation is working. Finesse Lord, best supervisor ever. Wish you the best for Matt. Matt, my man, appreciate that. Very kind of you. Okay, let's switch it up. TW, my man, show us what you got.
All right, let's do this. Adventures of Superman, Jon Kent, Dawn of DC, number whatever the hell, last one, 6. Quest number 1.
Oh,
this is not the Rick Remender. This is Jonathan Luna and Crystal Wood.
Okay.
Don't ask. I know this is probably gonna be the one you'll be like, "What do you think of this?" I did not read it. I don't care. I just bought this pure spec. I don't give a shit. So
okay. Are you going to read it?
I've given up on the Star Wars stuff. I don't care about all the red tide or whatever the hell's going on for the last decade. It's just kind of bored the shit out of me. So, but Kira, who's a character I don't care. I just don't give up. Anyway,
yeah, there's a ton of Star Wars books. That's for sure.
Yeah, Strange Adventures, Miles Morales. And or Solve for X, whatever.
There's some spec behind that. I guess there's a new member of the Strange Academy that's introduced.
There's a new villain in here. Or no, okay. sorry, there's a new character in here.
So what did you think of that new character?
You can find out about 8:45.
Oh, okay. I tried, everyone.
Yeah. Sandman Universe Special Thessaly, number 1. Moon Knight, number 26. You can tell I use the Silver Age bags and boards because all this shit's in here wonky and crooked. I just tap it down. This is the Rick Remender Sacrificers number 1. So, Peacemaker Tries Harder Than Your Mom number 4.
Is it enjoyable? I know it's been getting a lot of love.
Yeah, dude. I like without spoiling anything. Yes.
Yeah.
If you like the Peacemaker TV show, you'll love this book. But wait for a trade because it's not worth $6 a month. Like nothing is at this point anymore, really. Unless you really need to own every issue, just wait. Like, anyways, JSA, which has been delayed for about 9 years, number 5.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous cover, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, number 8, and that's what I got this week. So I did not get the Chris Chaos. I already gave up on it. I'm like, I'm trade waiting it because it's not really written by Tynan. It's Tate Bromball's doing the writing, and it's just kind of like,
Tynan's idea, and Tate's running with it.
Pretty much. Remember back when Neil Gaiman had his own universe, and none of the shit was actually written by Neil Gaiman? That's the same idea. So,
you didn't get a little poke in the eye, did you?
I'm just tired.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for noticing my exhaustion, Jean Malone. You dick. Canadians. No, it's been a long week.
Scotty, show us what you got.
All right. I picked up a couple of books that I talked about last week when I was on here. I picked up Incredible Hulk 2. Was in my pull box waiting on me, and then I picked up She-Hulk 15. It was the last cover A Bartel I needed to complete my 1 through 15. So I have all the Bartels for this run now.
Nice.
And of course that Jeff DeCall.
Yeah.
Really
which will be in the Comic Army box tonight, by the way, that book.
And then had to pick up Shutter magazine whenever this comes out. I always pick it up. It's not every month. I think it's I almost want to say bi-monthly or maybe quarterly.
Yeah.
But
it's a gorgeous
really
cover.
Cool.
Nice throwback style to that cover too.
Yeah. There's always really cool covers for that. And then I had to pick up Adventures of Superman, Jon Kent. I've been on this run and I'm having fun with it. I like Jon Kent. I like the little extra ability that he has. I picked up Astonishing Iceman. I wanted to give it a try, but I collect the Miss Minutes whenever Miss Minutes is on a cover. I've got them all so far. So figured I'd pick that up and check out Iceman, see what's going on with him. Titan Comics has Conan the Barbarian issue 1 this week. So this was a sweet blank. You can't really tell, but it's like it's almost like a tan.
It's like
cover.
The Canadian Blizzard variant right there.
Yeah, but a nice blank sketch. Then I picked up this Ken Hauser. I'm a big fan of the Marvel Anniversary border covers. Oh. So this is an homage to those.
Very nice.
Picked up that for Gargoyles. Picked up some foily goodness for Steelworks 3. I'm not reading this, but I love this cover, and it's foily goodness.
Yes.
That cover is just like screw proportions.
Yeah, did Liefeld do that cover?
That's Gaylord did that cover.
Beetlejuice variant.
And then I picked up the regular facsimile for this, and probably send that to Biggie because he said he didn't get one. And then I picked up the foil, which I will keep.
Nice.
So that's me. Oh, hey, I got Mr. Fantastic out too, since we're talking about
sir.
it.
Nice.
AR is saying Star Trek Dogs of War with the Borg Corgi is definitely my cover of the week. Yeah.
Nice. I've not seen that.
All right. C. Bizzle, welcome to the show, my man. Show us what you got.
Okay, so I just got back from the comic store. Luckily, my comic store is literally 5 minutes down the street from me.
Lucky man.
So I picked up Adventures of Superman, Jon Kent.
Nice.
I did pick up, and that's the last issue, by the way. That's the last issue for this book.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, man.
And I picked up Steelworks 3. I'm a cover A kind of guy, so that's what I always pick up cover A's.
That's good.
Moon Knight 26. The delayed book of the year, Justice League, Justice Society. I'm sorry, America. Number 5. Yes, this is an awesome book. Grimm 12. Yeah. Awesome. I just read issue 11 earlier today, so I'm going to be reading this later tonight. David Nakayama, Gargoyles, number 6. No, number 8. It's number 8. That's why I always collect cover A, because he does all the cover A for Gargoyles.
Yeah, that was a gorgeous cover.
Fantastic Four, number 10.
Nice. Are you enjoying that run?
Not as much as I did the last run.
Yeah.
This one is slowly growing on me. I just read issue 9, and I'm like, it's okay. So I'm still giving it another couple of issues to give it a chance. Strange Academy, Miles Morales. This is a 3-parter, so I think the next one is either Spider-Man or Moon Knight. Okay. No, those are next 2. So,
Finesse Lord, that's a hell of an idea. Stay tuned.
Hell no. I use my real name. I don't want you dickheads robbing me.
I got Night Terrors, Black Adam. I also got.
Are you liking those Night Terrors?
I am liking the only ones I'm picking up are the books I already had in my pull. So I was already picking up Black Adam, and of course picking up Batman. So this Night Terror's Batman. I know I got like 3 or 4 next week coming out. I have the fake annual, Amazing Spider-Man annual. But I really like Hallows Eve. I like that character a lot.
Me too.
At first, I was like the first couple issues, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna drop this book. And then Izzy convinced me to keep up with it, and I'm glad I did. So shout out to Izzy. This book, because after the Hellfire Gala, I picked up X-Men 25. This is a thick boy.
Yeah,
it's a thicker book.
That's a first appearance of the letter K, right?
Yeah, the Shadow Cat.
Yeah.
Also, I saw this at my LCS. It's an Ash Can IDW original, the Earth Divers. I don't know nothing about this, but it was free, and I decided to pick it up.
Oh, nice. Well, the price is right.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. So that's all I got.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Awesome. I wasn't aware of that book. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
AR is saying that Dan Slott was so good on the Fantastic Four. I love Nerds, funny science teacher style of writing, perfect for the FF. But this week's cover is horrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with all that.
Brian, my man, show us what you got.
Just a couple books. I didn't pick up a lot this week. Couple new books. Astonishing Iceman.
Nice.
We're gonna give that a read.
Yeah, me too.
Let me know.
Dark.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a great cover. I thought this was Peach at first, but it's not.
That's not Peach. No. I thought that was Peach as well when I looked at it.
No, it's Clarice Meg. I forget her last name. It's okay. It's not Peach though. That's what I thought, and I looked it up because I saw the signature down here.
Is it Nectarine?
No, I can't even pronounce.
I see where you're going there, man.
Guido or something.
Yeah.
And this is a 1 in 25 for the new Conan.
That's a cool cover.
That is really
$6 or $7. So I was like, what the hell? I'll pick it up.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good pickup.
Good cover.
Yeah, that's got some the 70s flavor to that cover.
Yeah.
I thought, and I flipped through this. The artwork inside is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, I figured, for Gary B, we'll pick it up.
Yeah, first time reading Conan.
So, but that's it. Small stack this week.
Is there a bigger Conan fan than Gary?
No.
It's just there's
Gary and Matt Woods. Matt Woods is a big
Conan. You know what? You're right. Matt Woods was on Only Slabs, and he showed a couple big Conan keys, and I was surprised how many Conan keys there actually are, especially from the Marvel run. But it's about that time, everyone, where people that are channel members, this is their opportunity now to win the Comic Army box for this month. I'm quickly just going to blow through it, and I'll
be right back. I gotta go talk to my duck.
Yep, you can see what you do. You can see what you can do about your duck. But this is a DC pack from Walmart containing 4 DC books with the Superman Son of Kal-El Walmart variant on the front. This most recent, Something's Killing the Children, the Jenny Frison variants. The second printing of Void Rivals #1. Spawn 309 signed by Ken Lashley.
Yes.
Ooh. Aggressively relaxing, suck it up, old man. I'll tell you what, AR, if you win, I'll pull this out and I'll throw a second DC Walmart pack in there if you happen to win. Void Rivals issue #1, first printing. Friend of the channel, Retro Rocket Comics, has donated Exciting Comics issue 36, part 36, featuring Dominion Jack, the foiled out version of 181. Enough said. Black Widow's new look from Venom 23.
Nice.
The foiled out first Lobo, which came out today. Again, shout out to Scotty for putting this on my radar. She-Hulk from last month, this gorgeous cover. You said it was the Jeff Deckel cover, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's
a gorgeous cover.
That's epic. What I feel is probably cover of the week that came out today is this R2D2 for Dark Droids #1 foiled out, and there's foil on the back, and yeah, that's nice. And
nice.
A hard copy of Earth 1 Volume 1 of Wonder Woman, signed by Yannick Paquette, autograph I picked up in Montreal just a couple weeks ago. And cool. Jack B, my man, I appreciate you. And whenever someone does something like that on my channel, we celebrate.
Everybody check yourselves. You might be pregnant after watching that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's the hitting the vape afterwards that really does it.
Jack B, a fellow Michiganer, so he's real cool with me.
Yep. Jack B is one of the good human beings in the comic book community.
See, Bill, so you're Michigander. I used to like you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Born and raised in Michigan, Detroit.
Yeah, I got a lot of respect for Detroit, man. One of my.
Are you a Lions fan too? Then?
Oh, since like the early '80s.
You poor fucker.
I'm a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, tell me all about it, man. I know all about that. All right, let's make sure I got the ducks all queued up here. And...
there you go, Jack B.
See,
I know. I'm a diehard Green Bay fan, so he and I we've had bets before. So,
all right. Let me switch back here. Make sure it's in the view.
In a Michigan,
a lot of ducks.
You're
popular, Chris.
Is it showing? There we go.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. There's a couple guys on the panel that have ducks in this, so I'll count it down since there's more than one. 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck to most of you.
All right. I see Comics with Murdoch is out early. Murdoch or Chris.
Oh, Jack B, you're screwed. You're out in front, buddy.
Yeah. Superman.
He's won before. Jack B has got the super duck, though. If you look on the front of Jack B's duck.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely screwed.
Comiverse is up front. AR is quietly around there. Mad Spidey has moved up early, along with Sector 2815.
We got Legion
halfway there.
Legion's
halfway there.
Up.
Take a look at some of those ducks in the back.
Man, we got some cluster ducks right now.
Look at Mark. Look at Mark. CBiz, you're dropping. What happened?
Like, I don't know.
All right, so AR is still hanging out there.
Oh, it's gonna be bigger, Jim. It's gonna be Jim.
Is it gonna be Jim? Is it AR?
Aggressively relaxed.
No.
Brian.
It's clearly rigged.
I need to start.
The Lions ducks in last place there, Jack B.
What did you do to your duck, Brian?
He talked to his duck.
I had a Stern talking to him before.
Brian's a hell of a coach. He disappeared for a minute and the duck showed up.
Yeah, and just killed it.
Wow. Brian, man, congratulations.
Thank you.
This is the part where I feel like
live when I've won something. So that's
I feel like I would be like normally saying, reach out to me on Instagram, but hey, reach out to me on Instagram. Let me have your address. Let me know if you want it in New York or if you want it in Carolina or somewhere in between. But yeah, that's again, Brian and everyone else that's official members of the Comic Army. Thank you very much. But again, everyone, make sure that you pay a little bit of quiet attention to my channel. In the next little while, I will be announcing my next big giveaway, which will be for subscribers in celebration of my 3rd-year anniversary on YouTube. That'll be at some point a little bit later on in August, where I'll be having some prize packs. And if you are a channel member and you win a prize pack, I will be throwing a DC Wal-Mart pack on top of the prize as an added thank you. So let's just kind of go around the horn. I know that there's some shows that are going to be starting up at 8 o'clock. And then everyone, please make sure you get ready for Guess That Key a little bit later on tonight, as well as Taylor Winder. I don't know what time because he's in a different time zone, but it's like 8:30 my time. Anyways, Brian, what's happening on the Brian LCS channel and the CBC Awards?
So, yep, CBC Awards were in the last couple days. Saturday night, midnight Eastern, the nominations closed. So definitely go visit cbcawards.org, get them in. We're doing a giveaway, too, for anybody who nominates. We have a couple John Jang, Miles Morales, Raw books, exclusive covers that we have an ASM, and then we have a Miles Morales #1 John Jang 9/8 CGC slab that we're giving away. So just for nominating, if you're getting your ballot in, we're giving you a chance to win some books. And then, in a couple of weeks, the 25th of August, we'll announce the finalists for the next phase of this year's awards. And then tomorrow night we have 411 on. And I'll be interviewing Cliff. He was hanging out with us earlier. He's on the Council of Comics. He doesn't have his own YouTube channel, but he hangs out on the Council of Comics. And he actually was a friend of Angel, Empire Comics.
Yes.
They shared LCS. So we're going to have Cliff on and chat with him tomorrow night.
Awesome. Marcus, shout out to Marcus. Happy New Comic Book Day, my man. I see you. Let's see. TW, what's happening on Taylor Winter's YouTube channel?
Well, before you ask, no, I don't have the 1,000 follower giveaway video filmed. At this point, I just double it up and do it with the birthday celebration that's coming up for me. So we'll see. I might just double dip. 8:30.
8:30.
And comic book reviews. That's Central Time, the real time, not like you jerks on the coast or like in the mountains or whatever you are. So.
Sorry for being in the popular time zone. Scotty, what's happening on
the extra salty episode tonight too?
Yeah, well, it's not my fault. Comic books are god awful.
Scotty, what's happening on the SVon82 YouTube channel?
Yeah, man. Monday, I got a live stream, Comic Book Addicts. I have a pretty funny guy. His name's Jason Carpenter. He's probably the biggest Deadpool fanatic that I've ever seen. He literally has a whole room in his house just full of Deadpool memorabilia and merchandise, and he's met Rob Liefeld. He has extensive knowledge of Deadpool, obviously. So, and on top of that, he's a super, super funny guy, comedian, but really cool. And I'm going to have him on. That's 7:30 p.m. Monday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And then Wednesday, August 9th, me and Frank are going to do the first You Collect What, which is our collectors live stream that we're going to be doing together, and where we bring on different collectors and their collections, and just collections of all kind. Episode 1 is going to be focused on Transformers, and we have a couple of different Transformer toy collectors and a Transformer comic book collector coming on. So that's going to be Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Awesome. I'm seeing some controversy about the Ducks and Brian's affiliation with the Duck Race and checking the Ducks for PEDs.
It's unsanctioned. I'm allowed to do what I want.
I can tell you that the Duck Race here are international competitors. They are not the same ducks that you would find in the United States, and they're held to a tougher, more rigorous urine test when it comes to sampling. Couching and slouching with C Bizzle, my man. What's happening on your YouTube channel?
Okay, first thing first, I have to do this as a Michigan man. I saw Jack B's comment. He says, "Go blue, go blue." I have to do that. Secondly, Scotty, I'm gonna be on your show. I just gotta get one more item, and then my collection is complete, and I will contact you.
All right, man. Yeah.
Tomorrow. Oh, go ahead, sir. Oh, Bobby. Hey, Bobby. Tomorrow I will be on Gary B's hot seat as a guest host again.
Yeah.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, my stalkers won't show up.
It's so much fun when they do, though.
I don't know who they are. They wanted pictures of my feet. They wanted a body pillow of me. They came out of nowhere, so I'm not sure where they came from.
Probably from that foot site you posted photos on there.
Hey,
because you're so damn handsome, man. You can't blame them.
Only feet.
Yeah, only feet.
Only feet.
I do need that. But no, I'm not doing. Other than that, that's all I'm doing. I'm working on. This is my first time, since March. I did not post a short, because I'm trying to change it up. I'm trying to make them more in depth. So I probably won't shoot any shorts for the rest of this week. I am 2 subscribers away from 300.
Nice.
So
nice.
I'm about to hit that mark, and then what I'm gonna do, I did not do a 200 subscriber video, but once I hit 300, I'm gonna just combine them both and have 2 winners.
Awesome. Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Early candidate, by the way, everyone, if you haven't filled out your nominations for new channel of the year, please consider putting down C Bizzle's name.
Yeah.
With that said, everyone,
fan,
what's that?
But he's a Lions fan, so
yeah. Well, hey, so C Biz, does that mean then that you're a Wolverine fan or are you a Spartan fan?
Oh, Wolverines, go blue.
Okay.
No, I'm always Wolverines. I'm not a Spartan fan.
That's 2 strikes against you. Wow,
man.
That's a little brother.
So then, do you have some affiliation then to Tom Brady?
I am a Tom Brady fan.
Oh,
I'm sorry, but
I'm glad you apologized.
I'm a college Tom Brady fan, not pro Tom Brady fan. Only college.
That's okay. That's okay. Anyways, everyone, myself, check me out on Only Slabs this Saturday on the Rob's Fat Stack So Comics YouTube channel. Also, keep an eye out for 2 cool guys, 2 hot picks. Myself and Mark will be dropping some hot picks for you for next New Comic Book Day. And hey, next week, keep an eye out for a new Ollie's video. I have a couple more Ollie's packs I want to open up. I just opened up one earlier this week, and I was blown away that I was lucky enough to find a key that I had no idea even existed.
Yes.
I had no idea it existed. And then when I did my homework to see if it had any secondary value, the fact that it had a big shiny UPC code blew me away again. So check out that video. It dropped, I believe, Monday. Hey, man, there's something to those Ollie's packs. If you can't pick up Walmart, check out your local Ollie's when it comes to interesting stuff. If you're looking for that kind of thing when it comes to YouTube content. Everyone, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Gentlemen, it's been on the panel. God bless you. I appreciate you coming out and helping me. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, every time I go live for New Comic Book Day, I have no idea if I'm going to be flying solo or if I'm going to have a full house. So, guys, thank you very much. For those of you that have been in the chat, thank you for spending some time with us this evening. I see you, Matt. Just in case some of you that weren't aware, a little while ago, I lost my job where I was. The young guy that was commenting is one of the coolest guys you ever meet that worked for me. I was kind enough to say some things there. Just to let you know, Matt, I bounced back. I'd land on my feet and moving forward with the next part of my life. Everyone, good night. Thanks for spending some time with us. We'll see you next week. Take care.
Good luck catching my duck for a urine test.
Yeah. See, you had to ruin it.
Go Packers.